So what is up, guys and girls? I am coming off a wonderful group ride from this weekend. Last Mile PEV put on an amazing group ride for us. And if you guys missed out on that video, see what you guys missed out on if you didn't come. If you guys do not already know, I am coming off of a little spill in which I have not been able to ride. But this past Saturday, I was able to give it a try and take this bad boy out for a ride. This is the Spark CycleWorks Bandit. The Bandit comes with both front and rear suspension. And speaking of both front and rear suspension e-bikes, that's what I have in front of me today. This is the SUPER73 RX. And why are we here today? You guys already know, judging by the title, that's why you clicked on this video. So we will be sprucing up this bad boy with a custom seat from Tapia seats. And on top of that, we will be swapping out these handlebars with no other than SUPER73's Blain exclusive handlebar. And sitting on the back burner is the Labs basket. Now this bad boy has not been installed only because I'm trying to match this paint. I want to paint this basket before I install it. So look for the story behind the paint and the installation of the Labs basket in an upcoming video. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get into this one. So before we start off, let me check out the seat that I will be installing. This is a beautiful diamond stitched black vinyl seating. And on the bottom I have 1, 2, 3 screws. So I would assume that under here we're gonna have 3 screws that we're gonna have to take out. Now I don't know if they're Phillips or if they're Allen heads, but we're about to find out. Alright, so just looking under here, I see that there is some type of a cover that looks like it's zip tied in place. So the first tool I'm gonna need is a cutter. Alright, so this is the cutter that I will be using to snip that first zip tie. Zip tie has been removed, cover has been lowered, and now I'm gonna finger feel for the screw. And I have it. Alright, so there is one screw over here, and it feels like a Allen head. So I feel the other screw. The other screw is right here, if you can see it. And the third is on the opposite side of the controller. Okay, so I quickly learned that I don't have the right tool. I do have an Allen. It's a 5/32. It does fit, but I believe it's metric, so there is a metric equivalent that I don't have. Plus, my Allen is too long. Now these Allens are great to get into tight spaces, but unfortunately I don't have one tight enough to fit in there. Okay, one is out. Alright, 2 is out. Now it's off to find a smaller Allen. That might work. So this is what I came up with. It is a Torx tip. It is not an Allen. It does fit inside there. It's small. And these screws, they're really not too tight. I think I can get it out. Now, do you see this? There's no way in hell I can get that contraption inside there. SUPER73, really? The Allen has to be directly under this? Shaking my head right now. Now, of course, I don't have the right tool. This is just another example of why you should bring your bike to a shop. All right, so I'm going to try and get that screw out with one of these. Wish me luck. No. We're off to a great start. All right, so that managed to loosen the screw just a hair. Now let's see if I can do the rest with my fingers, my good fingers. I don't know what it is, but whenever I come into this garage and I work on something, I sweat. Can you see the sweat? And the third screw is out. And this is what she looks like without a seat. Alright, so this over here was definitely a challenge. I only hope that putting on the replacement seat isn't as difficult. Alright, you can see it's basically in the same position, so it's going to be extremely difficult. I cannot I do not foresee anyone taking out this shock just to put in that seat. You take out the shock, you're going to need a stand for the bike. Yeah, okay, it's easier, you can get inside there, better leverage with a better length screwdriver, or just having the perfect angle of an Allen to get that off. But damn, that is really tight. Come on now. I could probably mount this further back, but I don't want that big of a gap. I actually want it as close to the battery as possible. So putting that screw back on will pose a challenge. Alright, so this will be a little bit difficult to show you. I don't have a tripod for this camera. I'm going to do this though. I have the screw come out something like that, and try to fish the hole with that. Alright, first screw is in, now for the rear. Alright, same principle here, push the screw up, try and find the hole, and then start to screw. Now don't make it too tight so that if you need some slack to get the other side on, you have it and it can move freely. Alright, take a look at this contraption. This is what I use to get the two rear screws in. It is a ratcheting screwdriver with an angled bit, which is this piece right here. This is an angled bit, and a long, maybe 3-inch Phillips head is inside the angled bit. And she is tight in the rear, not tight in the front, so we're gonna tackle that now. Alright, ideally, this is the way that I managed to get inside this small opening. The tip needs to go inside the frame, so you don't have a lot of room to tighten the screw. There is a long slit over here. I'm hoping that in a future build, they can move the screw a little bit further back so you have more clearance, you have more room to work with. Ideally, removing this shock would be the best way to get the screw in, because you want to get in there good to have enough leverage to tighten those bolts. I did the best that I could with what I had. She's in there good, she's in there solid. Maybe I could have used some Loctite to keep that screw from coming out. But as of right now, that's where I'm at. Alright, so let's take a look at her. Let's see how it looks. This seat is beautiful. I love how close it is to the battery. I like that it's similar in size to the factory seat. I'll bring the factory one out right now. Now I do like the bump. The rear is a little bit larger than the front end of the seat. This one is completely flat all the way to the back, but the diamond stitching to me just complements it that much more. I saw a seat that he makes with a cowl in the back. I'll show that to you right now, and I think that's the seat that I'm gonna go with for this bike. But for right now, this is what I have. That's what I'll be rocking until I get that secondary seat, as well as a seat with the cowl that comes all the way to the back, and I kind of like that. I'm not gonna have a passenger in the rear that they need to hold on to this thing, so that's the route that I think I'm going to take. This one, if you are in my community and you ride a Super 73, if your seat is busted, broken, or torn, just reach out to me, and this one's yours. All right, moving on. This bothered me. Now, I guess I did not install this correctly. It wasn't straight. I tightened these 4 Allens down, and I guess it put my mark on it. So I've been driving around after it's been straightened out with that, and it is an eyesore. So it is time to change these handlebars. What is it that I have? I told you before, but I'll say it again. Blain. It is an exclusive handlebar. It is also limited edition. This is what it looks like out the box. Let's get it out of the package. That's what it looks like out of the package. Now, let's see what it looks like on the bike. All right, first things first, we're gonna take off the grips, then the horn switch, then the digital display. Then I'll jump to this grip, the handbrake lever, and hopefully it's all one piece, because I don't see a screw to take out the throttle. The display is out. The grip is out. The horn switch and master cylinder is out. Now it's off to the other side. Hand grip is out. Handbrake and master cylinder is out. Alright, next we gotta figure out how this thing comes out. Okay, so just below the thumb throttle, you will see that there is a hole. Inside that hole is where your Allen will go. Alright, this is just a little tip on my end. I do not want to disconnect the connector to slide out the throttle. I will remove these 4 Allens, thus releasing the bar, and then the throttle will slide right out. Alright, then down to the last Allen. Just wanted to show you guys what I was talking about. So I just slide the throttle right out. And just like that, it is time for those Blain handlebars. And these are them. Check out the cool Super 73 logos. First thing, when we're putting this thing back together, don't forget the thumb throttle. Alright, after the handlebars are locked in, we will install the hand grip. It's a damn shame I have black hand grips. I think clear would be awesome. I think I'm gonna put this on for now, but I'm gonna order some clear hand grips, because I would love to show that off. And this is just gonna cover it up. After the hand grip is installed, let's tighten the thumb throttle. Okay, after the thumb throttle is installed, we will put back the handbrake. And after the handbrake is tightened, we'll move on to the other side. Start with the hand grip. Make sure you loosen these up and bang it in there so you know it's all the way in before you start to tighten. After the hand grip is installed, we can install the combination horn and brake lever. Alright, after she is tightened, then we are ready to install the display. Alright, after the display is tightened, oh shit, that's it. We're good to go. So that was it. It was quick and it was easy. The only thing left to do is to take her for a ride. Can you see me? It's to take her for a ride. But it's nighttime and the GoPro footage is horrible at night. So there's no way that's happening tonight. So I will give you some close-ups of how this thing looks, and then I'll have to take her out another day. Alright guys and girls, if you enjoyed what you saw, please don't hesitate. Smash that like button. Leave a comment, because I get back to everybody. And if you want to, please subscribe. So until the next video, peace out everybody. Oh shit! Damn! Oh wow, that is a hell of a lot more comfortable.